Welcome, dear Inter CA students. All right. So this is CA Pragnesh Kanabar, and without wasting time, let us start with RTP discussions revision test paper, which has been issued by the ICAI for May 23. All right. Largely this video will be in simple English. बीच बीच में थोड़ा हिंदी बोलूँगा ताकि थोड़ा सबको comfortable रहे. All right. But it will be in simple English. I think everyone will be able to understand everything. And trust me, this will be the most sorted and the most detailed video for RTP. Not only covering the RTP questions, but also giving you a guidance about what content I have, which is available for everyone, and how you can streamline your preparation. All right. So let us divide your RTP content into two parts, just like your syllabus. So there are points on standards on auditing. You know that there are 8 chapters on standards on auditing. If I talk about the ICAI syllabus, which is nothing but chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 and 11. This is as per the ICAI syllabus. All right. And then you have non-essay 5 chapters. All right, which is chapter 6 automated environment, chapter 9 audit of items of financial statements, chapter 10 company audit, chapter 12 audit of banks, and chapter 13 audit of different types of entities. All right. So first, as you can see that they have given some kind of academic update. Now this academic update is for non-essay topics. Actually this was amended long back, just that there were some printing issues in the ICA module, so they have given it. So one they have given for shares issued at a discount. All right. सो अगर कंपनी को शेयर इशू करने हैं एट डिस्काउंट, प्रीमियम पे तो कंपनी इशू करती है, बट इफ कंपनी वांट्स टू इशू शेयर एट अ डिस्काउंट, एंड द जनरल रूल इज दैट इट इज नॉट अलाउड except in the case of sweat equity shares, you know, which are given to the employees. Sweat equity shares, in that case shares can be issued at a discount, otherwise it cannot be issued at a discount. However, if you see over here that when company is trying to negotiate with its creditors, जब कंपनी अपने क्रेडिटर्स के साथ नेगोशिएट कर रही है एंड कंपनी ने अपनी डेट को कन्वर्ट किया है इनटू शेयर्स, ऑलराइट, बिकॉज ऑफ सम रिकंस्ट्रक्शन, अकाउंट्स में चैप्टर है ना इंटरनल रिकंस्ट्रक्शन, ऑलराइट, to negotiate with the creditors, then in that case if it is a proper statutory resolution plan or debt restructuring scheme which has been approved by the RBI, the Banking Act, all right, then in that case company may issue shares at a discount, so it is fine. So general rule is company will not issue shares at discount unless it is a sweat equity share or it is a part of a restructuring scheme. All right, if there is any failure, then in that case the company and the OID's officer in default shall be liable to a penalty, all right, which may extend to an amount equal to the amount raised through the issue of shares at a discount or 5 lakh rupees, whichever is less. So whatever amount they have raised by issuing shares at discount or rupees 5 lakh, whichever is less. Okay, then along with that, company shall also be liable to refund all the monies that it has received, all right, by violating this section, and that also at the interest rate of 12% interest per annum, all right, from the date of issue of such shares. So you have to remember this much of provision. And then, you know, this is audit of items of financial statements, all right, where they can just ask you that boss, you are an auditor, practically आपको इसका audit करना है about shares issued at a discount, then in that case आप कौन से points consider करोगे? उसमें तो there is no rocket science. Whatever you know over here, उसी को check whether करके लिखना होता है. एक दो document का नाम लिख दो, हो गया आपका वहां पे, all right. So they have given 3 checkpoints, you can just go through that. Now then there was one more point. This has been amended for now more than 12 months, all right, and in my lectures also I have taught the amended provisions only. So section 147 punishment को लेकर है, penalties for non compliance, all right. अब section 147 of Companies Act 2013. so section 147 में जो punishment है, they have prescribed it separately for company, then for officer in default, and then for the auditor, all right. So company and officer in default का उन्होंने यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है in section 147 subsection 1. Sorry, there was some disturbance. So section 147 subsection में they have given for company and officer in default, and then section 147 subsection 2 subsection 3 subsection 4 subsection 5, it is all for the auditor. All right, now because they have printed it over here, so I will just revise it, otherwise I've already taught in my lectures. All right, so section 147 subsection 1, for violating section 139 to 146, the provisions that we have discussed in company audit chapter, the company shall be liable with fine which shall not be less than 25,000 rupees but which may extend to 5 lakh rupees. All right, so for company it is minimum 25,000 and maximum it is going to be rupees 5 lakhs. Yes sir. Okay, then for every officer of the company who is in default, for every officer of the company OID who is in default, in that case fine will be minimum 10,000 rupees and maximum it can go to 1 lakh. So these are all Companies Amendment Act 2020 amendments where penalties were revised. What times they revised? Okay, just that there was some printing mistake in the module that they have taken it up over here. I think from wherever you have studied audit, either from me or from other professors, आपको सब amendment ही सिखाया होगा. All right. Then for auditor of the company, खाली इतना याद रखने की जरूरत है that when they talk about company and officer in default, they say for violating section 139 to 146 both inclusive. When they talk about the auditor, they are just giving 3 section numbers. That auditor will be held liable for violating section 139, 144, 145. All right. 139 appointment, 144 auditor not to provide certain services, and 145 the duty to sign audit report. अब बीच के सेक्शन नंबर्स क्यों नहीं दिए हैं, लॉट्स ऑफ दैट, द लॉट्स ऑफ लॉजिकल डिस्कशंस दैट आई कैन डू, बट एज ऑफ नाउ बिकॉज दिस इज आरटीपी वीडियो, आई वुड नॉट लाइक टू गेट इनटू टू मच ऑफ दोस डिटेल्स. ऑलराइट, आई वांट यू टू एंश्योर दैट यू आर स्टडीइंग एग्जाम ओरिएंटेड. सो ऑडिटर for violating section 139, 144 and 145, all right, only these 3 section numbers that they have printed, then auditor shall be liable with fine which shall not be less than 25,000 rupees but which may extend to 5 lakh rupees or 4 times the remuneration of auditor, whichever is less. Don't worry, I'm explaining. So here they have said that minimum rupees 25,000, maximum, for maximum they say rupees 5 lakhs or 4 into auditor's remuneration, whichever is less. So minimum is fixed. For maximum you have to check 5 lakhs or 4 into audit remuneration, whichever is less. So let us say if the auditor's remuneration is 1 lakh, then minimum will be 25,000 and maximum will be 4 lakhs. Yes sir, yes sir. But listen, this is if it is proved that whatever auditor did was unintentional. Whatever offense he committed, whatever violation he did was unintentional. However, if it is proved that it was intentional, all right, then in that case things go to another level only. तो फिर हालत खराब हो जाता है. Look at this. Then in that case, look at this. He will be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 1 year and with fine which shall not be less than 50,000 rupees but which may extend to 25 lakh rupees or 8 times the remuneration of auditor, whichever is less. Let me put it over here. So for fine they are saying minimum rupees 50,000, maximum rupees 25 lakhs or 8 into auditor's remuneration, whichever is less. So let us say if auditor's remuneration is 2 lakhs, then minimum will be 50,000 and maximum will be 16 lakhs. Very good. Plus they are also saying that auditor will be charged with imprisonment, which will be up to 1 year. Oh, this is for intentional. All right, if he has committed the offense intentionally, but that needs to be proved in the court of law, in the company law tribunal only, then this can be done. Listen to me. They say that whether it is unintentional, intentional, whatever it is, if auditor has been convicted under subsection 2, then in that case auditor shall be liable to refund the remuneration. So if you are convicted under subsection 2, whether intentional, unintentional, whatever it is, first you refund your remuneration, whatever you have received from the company. Sir, if auditor has worked for 4 years, 5 years, then how much remuneration he will refund? See, whatever remuneration is received from the company. However, if the final amount of the remuneration that needs to be refunded will be decided by the court, which is giving the punishment. But listen to me, this is very critical. If you have given any incorrect or misleading statement in your audit report, whether it is intentionally done, unintentionally done, does not matter. If you have given an incorrect or misleading statement in audit report, then in that case You will have to pay for damages to the company, statutory bodies, authorities, members and creditors of the company. So you'll have to pay for the damages to the company, the regulatory bodies, members and creditors of the company. Now that amount of the damage will be again fixed by the court after proper hearings. All right. So that is there in subsection 3. So just go through it properly, you will feel better. Now for subsection 4, I am just explaining it in short. They are just saying that central government will appoint an authority which will recover the amount of damages from the auditor and will file a report with the central government that the recovery is done and the relevant stakeholders have been compensated. Subsection 5 is very critical. All right. It's very simple. Tell me, but nicely presented, if ABC firm of chartered accountants is the auditor of X Limited, all right, and let us say it is, and let us say that CAA is the engagement partner, means he was acting and signing on behalf of the firm. Now let us say it is proven that CAA has committed fraud. All right, so intentional offense with a fraudulent intention is proven. Prove हो गया कि intentionally किया, fraud किया. All right. Now let us say that the total payout, monetary payout that they are supposed to pay, fine, damages, whatever it is, all right, let us say that it comes to around 25 lakh rupees and imprisonment that is of, let us say, 8 months. This has been decided by the court. I know it is up to 1 year, but let us say court has given rupees 25 lakhs and imprisonment 8 months. Okay. Now tell me, apply your common sense. Let us say if CAA escapes, country छोड़ के भाग गया, UK. Alright, UK is our favorite holiday destination for these kind of, thieves. So let us say CAA escapes to UK, and now what will happen with respect to fine, imprisonment? See, whatever is the monetary amount, obviously A, B, C, everyone needs to share it. Right? Now if CAA has escaped, then B and C needs to share it. Correct. But when it comes to imprisonment, obviously you cannot say now A has gone, so B will go to jail for 4 months and C will go to jail for 4 months. All right. So that is what they are trying to just sort out this particular discussion over here. Look at this. Where in case of audit of a company being conducted by an audit firm, it is proved that the partner or partners of the audit firm has or have acted in a fraudulent manner or supported, abated means not doing anything, colluding means supporting. So basically what they are trying to say, in case of audit of a company being conducted by an audit firm, it is proved that partner or partners of the audit firm has or have acted in a fraudulent manner, either directly or indirectly. All right, don't get confused by the critical words over here, technical words over here. यहाँ से देखो, the liability, whether civil or criminal, as provided in this act or in any other law for the time being in force, for such act shall be the partner or partners concerned of the audit firm and of the firm jointly and severally. That means every single liability punishment needs to be shared. They said no, relax. However, in case of criminal liability where you have to be jailed, in respect of liability other than fine, that means for imprisonment. For imprisonment, only the concerned partner will be held liable. All right. So monetary payout obviously needs to be shared, but when it comes to imprisonment, all right, only the concerned partner will be held liable. That is what they are trying to say over here. Okay, so that is your section 147 of Companies Act 2013. Nothing has changed. This is the same thing that I've taught in the lectures, just that there was some printing mistake in the module was not updated and 1 or 2 lines here and there were not properly printed, so they have just reprinted it to avoid any confusion. All right, now over here let us go to the question and answers. Now when I talk about question and answers, first what I will do is I will finish off everything with respect to standards on auditing. All right, then I will go for non-essay discussions. Okay, so that will give you more sorted view of RTP. Now both the case study scenarios that they have printed over here, based upon which there are 5 MCQs per case study, both the case study scenarios are from your standards on auditing discussions. Okay, now listen to me. I need to know about your approach for standards on auditing. Let us say that चलो यहाँ पे आपने questions देख लिए, let us say you go through the answers, let us say you understand that particular concept, but are you actually clear with that particular topic? Right, that is also important, right? Now if you go through the first case study, it is all about audit planning strategy. And even in my revision videos, I have said that this 100 times, all right, कि planning strategy and stuff is one of their favorite for correct, incorrect MCQs and stuff, especially the first initial discussion that I do. So, okay, I will solve this thing for you, correct. But if you're not clear with the concepts, Then let me divide all the students who are watching this video into two parts. One, TAA students, the Audit Academy students. Chapter 2, Audit Planning Strategy Programming. The first 15-20 minutes, if you see it, or even if you solve this after the whole chapter, you can easily go through it. I mean, there will be no doubts at all. These are the same points which I have discussed. Second, for non-TAA students, all right, or for TA students who want quick revision and they don't want to go through the videos, then in that case you can need to go to YouTube and check out my playlist. All right, so if you just go to YouTube and check out the playlist, अरे क्या खुल गया यार, go to the Audit Academy channel. All right, and in this playlist you will see CA Inter Marathon का playlist पूरा. Okay, go to this channel. If you go to the playlist, then you will see this CA Inter Audit Marathon. In this you will find the videos for standards and auditing very clearly that I have given. All right, that is the best that I can do. नॉन ऐसे टॉपिक्स सब प्रोफेसर्स रिवाइज करवाते रहते हैं. आई एम नॉट टू मच कंसर्न्ड अबाउट इट एंड स्टूडेंट्स आर ऑल्सो वेरी मच कंफर्टेबल विद इट. ऑलराइट, बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू ऐसे टॉपिक्स आई थिंक सम मोर क्वालिटी वीडियोस आर रिक्वायर्ड एंड दैट इज अपलोडेड ऑन यूट्यूब. कोई इतने ग्लैमरस नहीं है, कोई ऐसा स्कीम नहीं है कि आपको 5 दिन क्या 5 मिनट में पूरा कंसेप्ट समझ जाएगा. सॉरी, यू कांट गेट दैट फ्रॉम प्रग्नेश सर, आई एम वेरी सॉरी. सो थोड़ा डिटेल में समझाया है. अगर थोड़ा पेशेंस रखोगे, इफ यू हैव सम पेशेंस, then you will understand that very easily. All right, okay, and I'm always there to consult. To give you some consultancy. You can join my Telegram channel and stuff. But yes, ये जो सब discussions है वो ऐसे ही by heart करके आप solve नहीं कर सकते. So these are really good detailed discussions. All right, and if you know it conceptually, then you can do it very easily. All right, so case study first scenario in that. इट इज ऑल अबाउट प्लानिंग स्ट्रेटेजी. यू नो, एट इंटर सी लेवल केस स्टडीज ऐसी होती है जिसमें डायरेक्टली आप क्वेश्चंस देख के भी सॉल्व कर सकते हो, इवन इफ यू डोंट रीड द फुल केस स्टडी. ओनली रेयरली देयर आर सम केस स्टडीज वेयर यू हैव टू एक्चुअली रीड इट. Look at this first question. Auditor is in fact checking about promoters and key managerial personnel. Auditor is fact checking about promoters and key managerial personnel. She is also considering competence of staff to perform engagement. What is she trying to do? अब जब भी मैं प्लानिंग स्ट्रेटेजी वगैरह सिखाता हूं तो उसके अंदर एक कंसेप्ट सिखाता हूं, प्रिलिमिनरी एंगेजमेंट एक्टिविटीज. What are these preliminary engagement activities? जैसे सुबह उठ के when you wake up, can I say straight away आप प्लानिंग शुरू कर देते हो अपने दिन का? Straight away you start planning the day? No. Brush. These are preliminary engagement activities. So before we think about strategy plan, वो सब side पे. First is that we need to think about, all right, some basic points. So whether I can accept this client or not, whether my team will be competent or not, these are client acceptance and continuous procedures, all right, which form part of preliminary engagement activities. So actually she is conducting preliminary engagement activities. Aisa. So if you liked this explanation which I gave you in 30 seconds, imagine if you go through my videos, you know, you will get more sorted view of these discussions. So as you can see over here, you go through the answers. Yes, you can see this. She is conducting preliminary engagement activities. Okay, chalo. Next, consideration of number and location of branches, requirements of financial reporting framework, and expected time of completion are relevant factors primarily for which of the following? Ab when I teach planning strategy, I talk about strategy, the word strategy. All right. Now in that there are 5 factors to be considered. Okay, in that one of the first factor is that whenever you are thinking about how to do the whole strategy, you need to think about your audit engagement, your timetable and all of that. Okay, so these are the factors considered for establishing overall audit strategy. If you go through my video, you will understand that exactly these are the things that sir has discussed. All right, next, but ये plan strategy, ये सब words क्या बच्चे को मजा नहीं आता है. They have exactly caught that. In fact, they have caught this in correct incorrect also. I think it is in this RTP only. Yeah. Next, but this I liked this May 23 RTP. It is the clear indication is that you can't just go in with a school kind of approach. You need little bit of conceptual clarity, and I think the students who love conceptual clarity will be happy with the questions. Taking into account description of planned inquiry and visit, which of the following statement is true? All right. So when we conduct inquiries, when we visit and stuff, then in that case, which of the following statement is true? This inquiring, visiting the premises to get more understanding. All right. Planned inquiry and visit fall in area of audit strategy. Planned inquiry and visit are planned risk assessment procedures and fall in the field of audit plan. The set description is not related to audit planning. Planned inquiry and visit fall in scope of audit program. पहले तो ये प्लान स्ट्रेटेजी प्रोग्राम ये सब वर्ड्स क्लियर होने चाहिए. एंड इवन इफ थोड़ा बहुत कंसेप्ट क्लियर है, चलो, when you conduct inquiry and when you visit the premises, that is to understand the entity's business. Through that we can come to know what can go wrong, how much can go wrong, where there can be error, where there can be fraud. So it is nothing but planned risk assessment procedures. All right, as you can see over here, planned risk assessment procedures, pure concept. Now, what is detailed set of instructions given to assistants in engagement team known as? So audit guidelines, audit plan, audit program. I think this is a very famous concept and most of the students are aware about it. That when you give detailed set of instructions along with the timetable, completion, who needs to do what and stuff, everything, that is nothing but what? Audit program. So obviously, if I just revise my chapter of audit strategy, plan and program and if I just give a gist, then first auditor needs to start thinking about how he will do things, which will help him to finalize what to do. Huh, sir? Sir, really, sir? Sir, as per English subject, first auditor needs to think about what to do, then how to do. If you go with only normal English logic, then qualified opinion is opinion issued by qualified person. So, boss, I repeat, first auditor needs to clearly think about how to do things. Then he can finalize his what to do. All right. So it is a very big discussion that I do for first 15-20 minutes in audit strategy plan program. That the first thing is that auditor needs to start establishing audit strategy. Then he can develop a detailed audit plan. After that, he can develop a detailed audit program. All right. And iska pura logic ke saath discussion you will find in my YouTube standards on auditing ka revision videos also. The issue of generation of scrap has been overlooked in detailed set of instructions given to the engagement team. What should be proper course of action? All right. So they are saying that when I gave you audit program, I missed out on issue of generation of scrap which needs to be taken into consideration in audit. Then what is the course of action? Then rectify your program, update it. All right. She should ignore this information, modify earlier set of instruction, leave the matter, put the ball in the court of management. We don't want to put the ball anywhere. So please modify your earlier set of instructions over here. Okay. But you should go through that audit strategy plan and program. I have said this that many students leave it in option, but actually it's a very easy topic if you just hear out some logical explanations. Case scenario 2, again they have given it based upon audit program and risk assessment and internal control chapter. Both of them are not favorites of the students, and whatever is not your favorite becomes the favorite of the ICAI. yes sir. All right. So CA Rajan Pillai is heading the engagement team conducting audit of a company. While audit is in progress, consider following issues regarding audit documentation. All right, so this is again for audit documentation. So alag chapters mein they have given what needs to be part of audit documentation. All right, logically also you can solve this, and then they have given it. Let us go through the questions. First, work relating to verification of revenue was assigned to Mohit in audit program. However, it is being performed by Rohit actually. Verification of trade receivables was planned to be carried out by Rohit in audit program. However, it is being performed by CA Rajan Pillai due to last minute practical issues. Hota hai na, in practical life also this happens. Which of the following statement is most appropriate in this regard relating to audit documentation? So whatever they have done, they should update it and make notes properly. All right, that is logical. Audit program contains names of persons and work to be performed. It is immaterial whether work assigned to one person is performed by another person. No. If work assigned to one person is done by another person, the proper noting needs to be done. Audit program was already prepared. Only persons assigned specific responsibilities can perform those duties. But practically, sometimes that person may not be available and the work needs to be finished. So this option is not viable. It is necessary that audit program be suitably updated or notes are given in working papers to this effect, so that planned duties are in accordance with the actual work performance. This seems to be proper. All right, that that the things need to be modified properly, that okay, this was done by Rohit, Mohit, whatever it is. All right, so that later on we can track it. Changes in audit program or notes clarifying the matter are required only when a person not forming part of engagement team is deputed to perform a duty. Otherwise, this issue of intershuffling team members is frivolous and we can just ignore it and no. Absolutely worst option. All right. So 2.1 should be C. Yes. Logically, you can solve this. All right. Next, 2.2. As regards materiality, which of the following statement is most appropriate in the context of audit documentation? देखो जब materiality का documentation की बात आती है तो your materiality level, your performance materiality, your changes in materiality, or revision in materiality, all right. What are the factors based upon which you have decided the benchmark? All of this needs to be documented. Materiality has already been determined. There is no need to put it into working papers. Shocking option. Materiality depends upon professional judgment of the auditor. Whatever amount has been determined can be documented in working papers. No, but that judgment also needs to be documented. Materiality arrived on basis of professional judgment along with factors considered in the determination has to be documented. This seems to be proper. Let us look at the last option. Materiality has been derived based upon professional judgment. It also depends upon professional judgment whether he wants to document it or not. No. Materiality depends upon professional judgment, but whatever judgment you have used at least needs to be documented so that in future we can understand that on what basis you had derived materiality. Yes, sir. Next. As regards team's assessment that risk of material misstatement is low, which of the following statement is odd one relating to documentation of risk? Now, if you actually go to my chapter risk assessment and internal control, उसमें मस्त एक पॉइंट पे दिखाता हूँ documentation of risk. अब risk assessment procedures में हम लोग क्या क्या परफॉर्म करते हैं? Understanding the entity, evaluating the systems, और like discussions with the team, ये सब documentation होता है. What is the risk of material misstatement? I mean, if you will not understand these words if you don't know these topics. So really requesting that you go with my revision of chapter 2 audit plan strategy, risk assessment and internal control and stuff. All right. And then you can easily understand whatever is given over here. But abhi aapko option mein hi chhodna hai to main kya karu? All right. I really request that you should do it. Because if RTP is any indicator about what they are going to do, then it's going to be a little conceptual paper. All right. Then in that case, you should be in a position to know things. Discussions amongst team members and significant decision taken obviously will be documented. You can apply a common sense also. Details of risk assessment procedures performed need to be documented. Understanding of the internal control needs to be documented. Precise calculation of risk. ऐसा कुछ होता ही नहीं. No one can precisely calculate risk. All right. So this option, this is not true. So they have said that which of the following statement is odd one out. Others are true. This one is false. This becomes your odd one out. Common sense se bhi you can apply this. All right. Next. CA Shobit is responsible for it. I'm just showing you the answer so that you can quickly understand that why these answers have been given over there. CA Shobit is responsible for attending physical inventory count of the company. Which of the following is usually not true in this regard relating to audit documentation? अभी आप imagine करो ना physical verification of inventory. So वहाँ पे जो भी procedures होता है वो आप document करोगे. All right. So let us understand. You will be able to find out odd one out if you know this thing conceptually. Inventory audit and stuff. It is in SA 501 chapter 3. Dates on which physical inventory count process was attended by. Obviously, dates are important in my life. Should be documented. It may also include photographs of that date showing his attendance. All right. Details of test counting undertaken should form part of under audit documentation. Test counting means whatever samples you have selected based upon which you have done the counting. Obsolete goods which found should form part of documentation. All right. Report showing that stock conforms to quality control standards. Oh, whether Cadbury has been packed properly and it contains proper materials which are allowed by ingredients which are allowed by the Food Authority of India. वो सब आप देखते हो क्या as an auditor? All right. How can this form part of essential part of audit documentation? All right. So look at this. I really love this RTP. I mean, this is pure common sense. As regards related party transactions, which of the following should not be a part of audit documentation? Management representation letter, return representation लेंगे वो तो रखेंगे documentation का. Related party transaction policy of the company, obviously वो तो रखना ही पड़ेगा. Only then you will understand what is related party transaction policy. Documentation to show that such transactions are at arm's length price. This is one of the most important verification whether related party transactions are at fair value or not. Documentation to show that such transactions are close length. All right. कुछ नहीं है. So this is not true. Okay. Next. Oh, one of the favorite discussions. I mean, bank audit में तो बहुत favorite है ये. But I told you that I will go with essay topics first. All right. Now listen to me. Whatever are the two case studies, for that you need to know, I mean, for the second case study you need to know the whole standards auditing conceptually properly. All right, if you know it then you can solve it. For the first case study it was more about audit strategy, planning and program, तो वो तो रिवीजन वीडियो से भी आप कर सकते हो, फटाफट आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. ऑलराइट, ये बैंक ऑडिट का थोड़ा साइड पे छोड़ो, ये गवर्नमेंट ऑडिट का साइड पे छोड़ो. ओके, दिस वन इज अगेन फ्रॉम स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑन ऑडिटिंग. Dash refers to events or conditions that indicate an incentive or pressure to commit fraud or provide an opportunity to commit fraud. फ्रॉड रिस्क फैक्टर्स, इंसेंटिव, प्रेशर, अपॉर्चुनिटी, एटीट्यूड, रैशनलाइजेशन. बहुत ही जबरदस्त कंसेप्ट है कि व्हाई अ पर्सन कमिट्स फ्रॉड. ऑलराइट, ऐसे कौन से फैक्टर्स है जिसकी वजह से पर्सन फ्रॉड कमिट करता है. पूरा उसका ही डेफिनेशन प्रिंट किया है, फ्रॉड रिस्क फैक्टर्स. This is chapter 5 of the module, and in my revision video also you will find this very clear discussion along with table and everything. All right, so if you want you can go through it. Acha, in the description of this particular video I will give you the links of the chapters which are discussed over here. All right, I'll give you the links of my marathon revision videos also for standards auditing, which will help you to sort out the RTP properly. All right, I think that much work if I will do, it will sort out the pressure at your end also. Okay, now look at this descriptive questions. State with reasons in short whether following statements are true or false. Again, the first one is from chapter 4, risk assessment and internal control. According to SA 315, risk assessment procedure, the objective of the auditor is to identify and assess the risk of material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error, only at assertion level. अब ना ये कंसेप्ट फटाफट बता देता हूं मैं, वरना मैंने डिटेल में तो रिस्क असेसमेंट प्रोसीजर्स में समझाया है. ऑलराइट, that whenever you are trying to find out what can go wrong, how much can go wrong, chances of fraud, error and stuff, दो लेवल पे आपको फाइंड आउट करना पड़ता है. एट असर्शन लेवल मींस व्हाट कैन गो रॉन्ग, हाउ मच कैन गो रॉन्ग इन इंडिविजुअल ट्रांजैक्शंस, बैलेंसेस एंड डिस्क्लोजर्स. जैसे इन्वेंट्री के अगर मैनुअल रिकॉर्ड्स रखे जा रहे हैं तो देयर इज अ रिस्क ऑफ मिसअप्रोप्रिएशन ऑफ इन्वेंट्री, असर्शन लेवल. ऑलराइट, सैलरी का अगर कुछ कैलकुलेशन में एरर हो सकता है, असर्शन लेवल. ऑलराइट, बट देन लेट अस से देयर इज अ कंपनी which is searching for investors. So can I say वो पूरे के पूरे फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स में फ्रॉड कर सकता है? Yes. Then that is risk of material misstatement at financial statement level, overall FS level. So you have to find out risk of material misstatement at two levels, at assertion level and at overall FS level. So finding out only at assertion level, this statement is incorrect. All right, very conceptual, very nice. Okay. So you will find it over here, incorrect. And then they have given this point that it needs to be done also at financial statement level. Okay. Next, control environment. What is, first of all, what is control environment? Again, chapter 4, risk assessment and internal control. Control environment is nothing but the work culture which the management and TCWG, those charged with governance, they maintain. Their attitude, action, awareness, approach, their honesty, their ethical behavior. Can I say if control environment अगर अच्छा है, जैसे टाटास में बहुत अच्छा है, अदानी अंबानी इसकी बात नहीं करूंगा मैं. So control environment अगर अच्छा है, then can I say it can completely stop the fraud? No. It can be a positive factor, yes. It is an indirect control, yes, but it can completely stop the fraud, ये बराबर नहीं है. Control environment can prevent, detect and correct a material misstatement, alright, पर वो completely fraud को रोक सकता नहीं है. Next, while auditing the books of accounts, the auditor of the company, अच्छा ये तो second statement incorrect है, alright, ये it itself वो prevent, detect, correct misstatement नहीं कर सकता यार. मतलब वो एक इनडायरेक्ट चीज है ना, पॉजिटिव फैक्टर है. करेक्ट. अच्छा चलो, टाटा में सब अच्छे हैं मैनेजमेंट में, तो क्या मटेरियल मिसस्टेटमेंट रुक जाएगा? नहीं ना. ऑलराइट, एक इनडायरेक्ट कंट्रोल है, एक इंटेंजिबल चीज है. नेक्स्ट, while auditing books of accounts of XYZ Limited, the auditor of the company looked at the inventory counting process to obtain audit evidence. In the present case, audit procedure used by the auditor is known as looked at. Looked, observation, examining records, documents, examining asset, inspection. Otherwise this is nothing but what? Observation, looked at. All right, so over here observation. I'm going little fast so that time is also saved, because आप RTP देखते हो तभी तो almost end moment पे होते हो. When inventory under the custody and control of a third party is material to the financial statements, perfect. The auditor can obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence regarding existence and condition of that inventory by taking written representation from management. खाली management से लिखवा के ले लोगे? No, 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 no. Even if it is a third party, you can go for confirmation, external confirmation, or inspection, or both. All right. This is one of the favorite discussion ऐसे 501 चैप्टर 3 के अंदर. ऑल राइट, तो आपको अगर चैप्टर्स का नाम बताओ, ये आपका चैप्टर 4 है, ये भी चैप्टर 4 है, मॉड्यूल के चैप्टर के हिसाब से बता रहा हूँ. ये चैप्टर 3 है, ऐसे 500 ऑडिट एविडेंस. देन ये भी चैप्टर 3 है, ऐसे 501. नेक्स्ट, ये तो अलग अलग चैप्टर में आते रहता है. असर्शन, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ द वर्ड असर्शन? बहुत जबरदस्त कंसेप्ट है. असर्शन का मतलब क्या है? जो भी मैनेजमेंट एक्सप्लेन करना चाह रहा है आपको, जैसे अगर मैनेजमेंट बोलता है इन्वेंट्री करंट ईयर 10 लाख, यानी कि एज ऑन 31 मार्च इतनी इन्वेंट्री हमारे पास है जिसकी वैल्यू 10 लाख रुपीस है, करेक्ट. सो जैसे इन्वेंट्री है, एग्जिस्टेंस, इन्वेंट्री का वैल्यू क्या है, वैल्यूएशन, इन्वेंट्री करंट असेट है, प्रेजेंटेशन, डिस्क्लोजर. assertions refer to the representations by the auditor, representations by the management which are in the financial statements about transactions, balances and disclosures. Representations by the management to consider different types of potential misstatements that may occur. Look at this. Representation by the management in the financial statements so that auditor can understand कि अलग अलग असर्शन में क्या क्या गड़बड़ हो सकती है. पहले असर्शन तो समझे. बहुत मस्त कंसेप्ट है, कंसेप्चुअली प्रैक्टिकली सब जगह से पढ़ाता हूं मैं. मेरा ऐसे बेसिक्स करके वीडियो है, उसके अंदर कंसेप्ट ऑफ असर्शंस. ऑलराइट. As per SA 200 overall objectives of auditor in conducting an audit of financial statements, the overall objective of auditor is, अरे overall objective absolute assurance लेना है, रीजनेबल अश्योरेंस, वी कैन नेवर गिव अ गारंटी. बोलो पूरा. ओवरऑल ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या होता है कि मैं रीजनेबल अश्योरेंस ले लूं क्या, वेदर फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स आर फ्री फ्रॉम ब्रिटिशर्स रूल, नहीं, फ्री फ्रॉम मटेरियल मिसस्टेटमेंट्स, सो दैट ऑडिटर कैन एक्सप्रेस एन ओपिनियन दैट फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स आर मटेरियली प्रिपेयर्ड इन अकॉर्डेंस विद एप्लीकेबल फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग फ्रेमवर्क, चैप्टर 1 के अंदर ही तो है ऐसे 200. सो ये भी इनकरेक्ट है, गलत वर्ड्स का यूज किया है. नेक्स्ट, वंस द ओवरऑल ऑडिट हैज बीन established, overall audit has been established, an audit plan can be developed. No, once the overall audit strategy has been established, audit plan can be developed. So that strategy सोचते वक्त, how to do सोचते वक्त जो जो चीजें दिमाग में आई, which we can incorporate in the audit plan. All right, so again this particular statement you can see over here. हाँ सुनो, इन्होंने करेक्ट दे दिया है. क्या हुआ है, सुनो मेरी बात. वंस द ओवरऑल, उन्होंने ना ये वर्ड मिस कर दिया है, ओवरऑल ऑडिट स्ट्रेटेजी हैज बीन एस्टैब्लिश्ड एंड ऑडिट प्लान कैन बी डेवलप्ड, ऑलराइट, टू एड्रेस वेरियस मैटर्स आइडेंटिफाइड इन द ओवरऑल ऑडिट स्ट्रेटेजी. वैसे पूरा स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट है अगर स्ट्रेटेजी वर्ड लिखते तो, बट दे हैव मिस्ड आउट ऑन दैट वर्ड. सो इफ स्टूडेंट्स राइट इनकरेक्ट एंड इफ दे एक्सप्लेन इट प्रॉपर्ली, ऑलराइट, स्ट्रेटेजी वर्ड लिखे तो भी शायद उनको राइट मिल सकता है, बट दिस इज नॉट गुड. ऑलराइट, इनसे वर्ड मिस हुआ है यहाँ पे. ओके, सो फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन देख के जिसको बच्चे को कंसेप्ट अच्छे से पता है वो तो बोलेगा कि भाई तो इनकरेक्ट है. ओवरऑल ऑडिट हैज बीन एस्टैब्लिश्ड, कोई लाइन ही नहीं है. ओवरऑल ऑडिट स्ट्रेटेजी हैज बीन एस्टैब्लिश्ड, ये लाइन आप कंफर्म भी कर सकते हो चैप्टर 2 के अंदर से. ऑलराइट, सो ये थोड़ा क्लरिकल ह्यूमन एरर्स हुए आईसीआई से, सबसे होते हैं. टीमिंग एंड लीडिंग इज वन ऑफ द टेक्निक्स ऑफ इन्फ्लेटिंग कैश पेमेंट्स. टीमिंग एंड लीडिंग क्या होता है, टीमिंग एंड लीडिंग क्या होता है, चैप्टर 5 में मस्त एक्सप्लेन किया है मैंने, फ्रॉड एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज ऑफ ऑडिटर इन दिस रिगार्ड के अंदर, कि भाई सप्रेसिंग कैश रिसीट्स होता है. मैं कैशियर हूँ, डेटर से पैसा लेता हूँ, एक डेटर से पैसा लिया, आई टेक मनी फ्रॉम वन डेटर, फिर थोड़ी देर उसको मैंने अपने घर पे यूज किया, सेकंड डेटर से जो पैसा आया वो मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि ये देखो पहले वाले का कलेक्शन आ गया, करेक्ट. सो दिस इज नथिंग बट टीमिंग एंड लीडिंग. ऑफ कोर्स इसका 8 to 10 मिनट्स का एक्सप्लेनेशन है, आप चैप्टर 5 फ्रॉड के उसमें देख सकते हो. इट इज एन एक्ट ऑफ सप्रेसिंग कैश रिसीट्स एंड नॉट इन्फ्लेटिंग कैश पेमेंट्स. ऑलराइट, एंड ये मैंने बोला भी है कि ये वन ऑफ देयर फेवरेट करेक्टिंग करेक्ट है ये वाला. ऑलराइट, तो ये आपका मैंने स्टैंडर्ड्स को लेके सब क्वेश्चंस यहाँ पे सॉल्व कर दिए. सो टेल मी एवरीवन, पूरा का पूरा करेक्ट इनकरेक्ट स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑन ऑडिटिंग से था, नथिंग फ्रॉम नॉन ऐसे चैप्टर. पूरा का पूरा करेक्ट इनकरेक्ट वाज फ्रॉम स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑन ऑडिटिंग. ऑलराइट, तो एमसीक्यू में थोड़ा दिख रहा है, एक दो एमसीक्यू के अंदर नॉन ऐसे चैप्टर. बाकी ये देखो वापस उन्होंने चैप्टर वाइज क्वेश्चंस दिए, तो पहले ऐसे वाले चैप्टर्स के क्वेश्चन खत्म करेंगे. सो नाउ लेट अस स्टार्ट डिस्कसिंग द ब्रीफ आंसर्स. ऑलराइट, बट स्टूडेंट्स, गुड न्यूज फॉर यू, व्हाट आई हैव डन इज कि मेरा यूट्यूब पे जो जो कंटेंट अवेलेबल है फ्री में, ऑलराइट, एंड विच इज अ डिटेल नाइस रिवीजन वीडियोस, ऑलराइट, वो वीडियोस के साथ विद दोज वीडियोस आई हैव मैप्ड द क्वेश्चंस फॉर स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑन ऑडिटिंग. So my discussion of the answers is going to be first standards on auditing and then I will talk about non-essay topics. तो standards on auditing में because students need a little more detailed explanation and connection with the concepts, alright. That is why मैंने question को मैप कर दिया that okay this video this minute you can see it. ये मैंने साइड में मेरे मार्किंग्स लिखे हैं, alright. So I think that will help you a lot. So in the description of this YouTube video, I repeat, in the description of this YouTube video, question number and where you can find this concept, all right. Question number, what is the main question, what is the main part of that question, and where you can find this concept, that you will find it in the description of the video. Nice question number wise पूरा मैं आपको लिख के दे दूंगा, all right. So ये सारे question 2A 2B 3A 3B 4A 4B, so वो videos में explanation आ जाएगा. So why should I give explanation over here? In fact, if you थोड़ा आगे पीछे का देखोगे तो थोड़ा connection भी समझेगा that it is with respect to which concept, alright. Then 6A 6B, then 7A 7B, everything देखो मैंने marking करके रखे हैं, this is for my reference, alright. 9A 9B 10, everything is there in my revision video. बहुत detailed revision videos है. Thank God I shot such detailed videos so that I can give references today. So fraud वाला chapter का question 11 12, chapter 6 छोड़ो, leave chapter 6. Then audit sampling topic, you know, the sample selection methods and sampling risk, analytical procedures, the results of analytical procedures, the techniques to be used. All right, then go to audit report topic. Okay, ऑडिट रिपोर्ट का टॉपिक में ये मैनेजमेंट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी पैराग्राफ क्या है एंड क्वालिटेटिव एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ एंटिटीज अकाउंटिंग प्रैक्टिसेस, यू विल फाइंड दीज थिंग्स, नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम एट ऑल, ऑलराइट. सो रिलैक्स ऑन दैट पार्ट प्लीज. प्लस देयर इज वन मोर रिक्वेस्ट for the students who are non-TA students, that means the students who have not enrolled with me, all right, or who would have enrolled much previously and they would have lost the access to the videos, all right. The validity has expired, views expired, whatever it is. So if you download my mobile app, then SP Inter करके एक course है, you can go to the store section of the app and there I have unlocked few videos also which can help you, alright. But ये standards का तो mostly you will be in a position to do it from my marathon videos only. But if at all if you want to download the videos, I mean sorry download क्या, download the app and see the videos, alright, then you can see it from the mobile app. It will help you a lot. Okay, तो ये SS को लेके टेंशन मत लो, just follow the description of the video and you will be very clear with that. Then with respect to the non-essay topics, let me now get through the non-essay topics. That is why I'm going to title this RTP video as the most detailed video. May not, this particular length of the video may not look like it is the most detailed video, but the kind of guidance that I'm giving you over here, every single point of RTP is clear. So now, are you clear with essays, everything now? I discussed MCQs with you, correct, incorrect with you, brief answers, I've given all the markings, everything in the description of this video, you will find it over there, alright. So I think essays वाला पूरा part अभी मस्त clear हो गया, alright. अब non-essay की बात करते हैं. Now when it comes to non-essays, you have audit in automated environment, you have company audit, you have bank audit, you have audit of different types of entities, you have audit of various items of financial statements. All right. ना देखते हैं क्या क्या क्वेश्चन है, पहले थोड़ा MCQs का डिस्कशन कर लेते हैं, then let me go to the brief answers. The term drawing power is associated with which of the following facilities as sanctioned by any bank? Drawing power short term borrowings के लिए होता है, all right, which is nothing but cash credit and overdraft facilities. तो आपके current assets की value के basis पे आपको एक credit limit बैंक देता है, so it is cash credit limit के लिए. Next, dash aims at ascertaining that expenditure has been on the purpose for which grant and appropriation had been provided and that amount of such expenditure does not exceed the appropriation made. Arey baba, whenever you are conducting government audit, in that audit of expenditure you have to check whether whatever money has been spent, it is according to the provisions of the funds or not. Alright, so audit against provisions of funds. Next, which of the following is not correct? You will teach this to me. आप मुझे सिखाओगे ये, alright, सबको पता है AS 16 is not for intangible assets, alright, so this is not correct. Next, tools and techniques that auditors can use in applying the principles of data analytics are known as computer assisted audit techniques, CAAT, computer assisted audit techniques. अच्छा, audit in automated environment के लिए एक चीज बताना था आपको, So if you download my mobile app and if you just see SP Inter Batch, this is for May 23. So if you're looking at this video later on November 23, May 24, maybe शायद ये facility उस वक्त available ना हो, but as of now in the month of April at least, all right, you will get this facility. So you can download my mobile app, you can go to that SP Inter course from the store section of that, from the courses section of the app. वहाँ पे मैंने कुछ videos unlock करके रखे, उसमें audit in automated environment I've unlocked, पूरा code word के साथ मस्त मिल जाएगा आपको. So you can just go through that and finish off even this question. और दूसरा एक और लेके आता हूँ for audit in automated environment. All right, even these questions. All right, then what is the meaning of these terms? Rather than me just explaining these terms, मैं तो बोलता हूँ 5 और terms सीख लो ना. All right, so you will find this in audit in automated environment. All right, that discussion. SP Inter fast track course है, उसमें unlock किया हुआ है वीडियो, मोबाइल ऐप से देख सकते हो फ्री में. All right, okay, not the whole course. Obviously, few videos I've unlocked over there. But ये चैप्टर हो जाएगा आपका audit in automated environment. Some 40 minutes also you have to give, and you will be done with this topic. Same over here, situations where IT will be relevant to audit. देख लो ना वहाँ पे जाके explanation, क्यों ऐसा short में करना है, just do it properly, no? Alright, RTP question है, give some due respect to it. Next, audit of items of financial statements. मेरे को बहुत बड़ा कंप्लेन है बच्चों से ये टॉपिक को लेकर. Alright, for audit of items of financial statements क्यों नहीं करते बॉस आप? अच्छे से रिवीजन क्यों नहीं करते? Why don't you prepare properly? 10 मार्क्स का कंसेप्ट है, चाहिए क्या इसके लिए? लिटिल बिट ऑफ ऑडिट नॉलेज, बाकी मोस्टली और अकाउंट्स का नॉलेज. एक काम करो, 40 मिनट्स का मेरा एक यूट्यूब वीडियो है, जस्ट गो थ्रू दैट. ऑलराइट, आई स्पीक इंग्लिश आल्सो, आई फॉरगॉट, आई हैव स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम साउथ इंडिया आल्सो, सॉरी. सो आई हैव 40 मिनट्स रिवीजन वीडियो, यू कैन गो थ्रू दैट यूट्यूब वीडियो, audit of items of financial statements, and over there you will find the notes and everything. उसका लिंक, टेलीग्राम चैनल का लिंक, नोट्स है उधर, कर लो एक बार यार. यू इफ यू आर डन विद इट, यू स्कोर योर 10 मार्क्स. ऑलराइट, लुक एट दिस, कैश एंड कैश इक्विवेलेंट्स को कैसे दिखाना है in your final accounts. It is pure accounting question. So you need schedule 3 full knowledge, company final accounts knowledge, which you anyways get from accounts. You need my 40 minutes video and my notes, all right, which is given in that video in the description. Just do that, it's over. Look at this question 20b, common sense. When they ask you to practically perform analytical procedures, whatever item they have given in that question, just apply ratios analysis to it. All right, अब वो लोग बोल रहे purchase quantity and price of purchase, current year versus previous year, trend, ratio analysis, standard versus actual, correct, variance analysis. So when they talk about analytical procedures, लिखते जाओ analytical procedures पूरा, ratios, comparisons, trend analysis, whatever item they have given, give 3-4 points on that, you will get your marks. You can see the answer also. All right, कंपनी ऑडिट में दे हैव गिवन 2 क्वेश्चंस. आई थिंक इट इज एवरीवन्स फेवरेट कंपनी ऑडिट. वो सब मुझे बोल रहे हैं रिवीजन वीडियो लाने के लिए यूट्यूब पे. आई विल कम आउट विद इट, बट आई थिंक मेनी प्रोफेसर्स हैव आल्सो इशूड रिवीजन वीडियोस ऑन कंपनी ऑडिट, बिकॉज उससे फॉलोअर्स भी बढ़ते हैं, व्यूज भी बढ़ते हैं. ऑलराइट, आई कीप ऑन इशूइंग वीडियोस ऑन द नॉन ग्लैमरस चैप्टर्स, यू नो. ऑलराइट, सो कंपनी ऑडिट में फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज दैट बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स हैव रिमूव्ड द ऑडिटर विद अ बोर्ड रेजोल्यूशन. नहीं चलेगा. They need to pass board resolution, apply to the central government, get central government approval, conduct meeting of members. उसमें special resolution लगेगा meeting of members में, after giving reasonable opportunity of being heard to the members, to the auditor, sorry. तो ये बहुत ही सिंपल आंसर है, सेक्शन 1, व्हाट इज सब सेक्शन 1, और वो वहाँ पे प्रिंट किया हुआ है, देख सकते हो आप उसके अंदर. आई एम गोइंग क्विक बिकॉज दिस इज रिविजन टेस्ट पेपर वीडियो, राइट. क्वेश्चन नंबर 22, प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी है, पेड अप शेयर कैपिटल 49 करोड़ है, ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 50 करोड़ होना चाहिए फॉर रोटेशन ऑफ ऑडिटर. बोरिंग्स फ्रॉम बैंक्स 99 करोड़ है, बोरिंग्स में भी ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 50 करोड़ का लिमिट है. ऑलराइट, सो यहाँ पे 99 करोड़ बोरिंग्स है, सो एस प्राइवेट लिमिटेड को रोटेशन ऑफ ऑडिटर एप्लीकेबल है. दे हैव अपॉइंटेड अ फर्म एज एन ऑडिटर, दे हैव अपॉइंटेड अ फर्म एज एन ऑडिटर फॉर 1 term of 5 consecutive years. Now when rotation of auditor is applicable, then in that case you have 2 terms of 5 years each, which is equal to 10 years. But 1 term cannot be more than 5 consecutive years here. So इन्होंने 1 term of 6 consecutive years दे दिया, which is wrong. So is rotation of auditor applicable? Yes, rotation of auditor is applicable. Is the manner of rotation correctly applied by the company? No, the manner of rotation is not correctly applied by the company. I think ये क्वेश्चन पूछने का उनका इंटेंशन ये था कि कहीं आपको बोरिंग्स में 100 करोड़ का फिगर याद आ रहा है क्या, बिकॉज एक्चुअली द फिगर इज बोरिंग ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू ₹50 करोड़. ऑलराइट, तो आई थिंक ये वहाँ ये वो लोग ट्रैप डाल के वो लोग पूछ रहे थे आपसे. मैं बोलता हूँ चलो अगर रोटेशन ऑफ ऑडिटर एप्लीकेबल नहीं भी होता, करेक्ट, यहाँ पे तो है, बट अगर नहीं भी होता, स्टिल 1 term of 6 consecutive years नहीं हो सकता है. Okay, so whether rotation of audit is applicable or not, what they have done is wrong. Okay, then question number 23 is about the role of audit committee. द रोल ऑफ ऑडिट कमिटी। जब ऑडिट कमिटी की बात करते हैं तो तीन क्वेश्चंस आ सकते हैं, एक तो एप्लीकेबिलिटी ऑफ ऑडिट कमिटी, देन कितने मेंबर्स होते हैं ऑडिट कमिटी में वो, ऑलराइट, एंड देन रोल ऑफ ऑडिट कमिटी। ऑडिट कमिटी इज मेन रोल इज जब ऑडिटर अपॉइंट हो रहा है एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, अपॉइंटमेंट, स्कोप, रेम्युनरेशन, ऑलराइट, ये सब में ऑडिट कमिटी कंसल्टेशन, रिकमेंडेशन देता है, प्लस when audit is being performed, the effectiveness of that audit process, financial statements का draft, all right, ये सब वो review करते हैं, so it brings more transparency in the financial statements and audit report. That is the role of audit committee, all right. Okay, I think this was there in July 21 also, question paper वो सीधा copy paste ही किया है। then bank audit, बैंक ऑडिट का जो क्वेश्चन है, दो क्वेश्चन है। वन क्वेश्चन इज अ वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन, बैंक के जो ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंसेस होते हैं, आप ले लो ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंसेस, आप सैलरी ले लो, दूसरे एक्सपेंसेस ले लो, सो वट एवर आर द ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंसेस, उसको ऑडिट करना है। अब कोई भी एक्सपेंस का ऑडिट करने के लिए यू नीड टू चेक द ऑथराइजेशन ऑफ एक्सपेंसेस, द डॉक्यूमेंटेशन, द अकाउंटिंग एंड स्टफ, ऑलराइट। सो इट इज वेरी सिंपल, डोंट वरी, यू जस्ट रीड द आंसर वंस एंड लिटिल बिट यू कैन राइट ऑन योर ओन ऑल्सो। देन द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज एक्चुअली स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑडिटिंग क्वेश्चन, जो बैंक ऑडिट के चैप्टर से कनेक्ट किया है। वो लोग बोल रहे हैं बैंक ऑडिट, बैंकिंग सिस्टम के अंदर इफेक्टिव रिस्क मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम है कि नहीं, वो बताओ। अब ये सच्ची बताओ, दिस क्वेश्चन इज कनेक्टेड विथ चैप्टर 4 रिस्क असेसमेंट एंड इंटरनल कंट्रोल। उसके अंदर एक क्वेश्चन है 5 कंपोनेंट्स। तो जब आप मेरा एसएस का रिवीजन कर लोगे, जैसे कि ये 5 कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ इंटरनल कंट्रोल मेरा पार्ट 4 ऑफ मैराथन वीडियो के अंदर 43rd मिनट पे है। If you revise it properly, you will automatically understand that bank audit का second question also, which talks about risk management system of the bank. वो भी 5 components of control को ही rename किया है, that's it, nothing else. Alright. So that is why I just go with the flow. मैंने आपको जो RTP जिस तरीके से सिखाया है वैसे पढ़ो तो समझेगा आपको. If you go with the flow in which I have taught you the RTP, then you will understand. Alright. Now, next is ऑडिट ऑफ डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एंटिटीज। उसमें गवर्नमेंट ऑडिट एंड ऑडिट ऑफ लोकल बॉडीज पे माय ओनली रिक्वेस्ट इज गो थ्रू माय वीडियो विच इज अपलोडेड ऑन यूट्यूब फॉर गवर्नमेंट ऑडिट एंड ऑडिट ऑफ लोकल बॉडीज, पूरा डिस्कशन आ जाएगा। द टू क्वेश्चंस आर, वन इज ऑडिट ऑफ एक्सपेंडिचर इन केस ऑफ गवर्नमेंट ऑडिट विच इज वन ऑफ देयर फेवरेट क्वेश्चंस, एंड द सेकंड वन इज ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ ऑडिट ऑफ लोकल बॉडीज। बट आई रिक्वेस्ट, दिस इज माय हार्टफेल्ट रिक्वेस्ट, ऑलराइट, दैट यू प्लीज go through my video of government audit and you will feel much better, alright. So you can go through that which is uploaded on YouTube. वही मेरा वो तो डिटेल डिस्कशन जो मैं इन हाउस कोर्स में करता हूँ वही अपलोड किया हुआ है। So I hope that you liked this discussion from CA Pragnesh Kanabar, that is myself. I have given you lots of links and references in the description of the video which will help you to sort out the full RTP. My only request is that don't just get satisfied with कि अच्छा भाई ये RTP का आंसर्स आ गया, उसके आगे पीछे का कंसेप्ट भी थोड़ा अच्छे से करके जाओ, alright, then you will be in a much better position. Last tip from my side for the students who are still struggling with the completion of audit, कि आप स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑन ऑडिटिंग को फिर मेरे रिवीजन वीडियो से कर लो, मॉड्यूल के क्वेश्चंस कर लो, इलस्ट्रेशंस कर लो, दैट्स इट, एंड नॉन ऐसे टॉपिक को थोड़ा डिटेल में करके जाओ, बिकॉज देन यू विल बी इन अ लिटिल बिट फेयर पोजीशन टू स्कोर 50+. फॉर 60+, I think you would have already taken the efforts by now. All right, so that's it. Thank you so much. Stay connected with me on my YouTube, on my Telegram, everywhere. Stay in my ecosystem. Download my app. All right, you will be in a much better position when you go for appearing your audit exams. Thank you so much.